This is the Hohem MT3 Pro gimbal. Well, Hohem did send out this gimbal for me to test out and see how I like it. This is not a sponsored video, nor do they have any say in the review of it. And to be honest, I actually was the one that reached out to them because I'm a kind of a filmmaker that just likes to run and gun. But at the same time, I wanted to see how the gimbals evolved throughout the years. Back a couple of years ago, I have had gimbals, but I was never really happy with them. They're too heavy, too big, and also usually had problems with heavier cameras. But this seems to answer a lot of my problems. So how good is the Hohem MT3 Pro? The build itself is super nice. The handle and the arms are premium quality and they are really solid, at the same time being super lightweight. But even though they are lightweight, the gimbal can actually hold an action camera, a smartphone, or a full-frame mirrorless camera. I was actually using it with my Sony a7 IV and the Tamron 28-75. So it is a bigger setup for a gimbal of this size, and it does become much heavier, but you can actually add in the included handle/tripod to make it a little bit better for usage in that regard. So now you have two hands that you can use with the gimbal, just better weight distribution. At the same time, the lower handle becomes also a tripod, which is perfect for putting it to the side or if you want to set up the gimbal itself, which is really nice. And like I said, you can put different kind of cameras from smaller to bigger, and you have different mounting options in the box included with the gimbal. What I really like about the gimbal is that you can actually lock the arms in a different position. For example, right now I have it locked where it's pretty nice for travel, for example, or putting it in a box, in a backpack or a car. It's not gonna, move around. It is stuck in this location. This is actually really good for actually setting up the gimbal with the camera on it too, because you can actually unlock the arms, put them in the position that you want, and then have all the different arms, as you can see, like it should be. And now we can put the camera and actually set up the gimbal, distribute the weight evenly between all the arms, set it up before actually turning it on, and you can do it each arm individually one by one, which is a really nice feature to have on a gimbal. And that is also super useful if you want to put the gimbal away for a second. Just put it to the side and not worry about something falling over. That is amazing for that too. So that was what we did when we were testing it out, and we wanted to put it on the side for a second. We would just lock it into place, turn it off, and put it to the side. Another really cool feature is that all three setups can easily be turned into horizontal or vertical. With just a couple of little adjustments, you can put even your full frame camera into vertical shooting, which is super useful for pretty much anyone these days because social media are all over the place. You can shoot in vertical, horizontal, you have projects, even bigger projects for different kind of platforms. So it's really nice that you can have both orientations on this with just a couple of clicks and slides. And I really like how they did it. With smartphones, it's even easier with just having to twist the smartphone itself. Another really cool feature is the AI tracking camera on the side of the gimbal. It's built into the gimbal itself, so you don't have to get a separate camera for it. It is already built into the module. And with the Hohem MT3 Pro, it can actually track not only humans, but also subjects, objects. You can do like a product shot and select that product, which is really nice and handy. I would still probably focus on getting the shot right, but that can be a nice helpful feature so that it can help you when things are not going the way you want to. Not only that, we also have a really cool feature in terms of screen. On the screen itself, you can select the subject or the object, but better yet, you can actually take the screen out of the gimbal. Thanks to this, it's really handy if you're a solo filmmaker, for example. You can place this on a tripod or the little tripod that is included, put it somewhere you want to shoot from, and actually select yourself for the AI tracking. Thanks to this, you can have those nice cinematic shots all by yourself with just these two. I think it's a really cool feature to have a detachable screen when you have AI tracking. It just makes so much more sense. Even just to adjust the shot itself, you can do it from the analog stick on this and adjust the camera angle from it. You can also select, start and stop the AI tracking straight from this remote. With this, it works super nice. You can use it for a talking head video where it's gonna follow you around wherever you're moving, or if you want something more cinematic, you can place it down and have it follow you and get a nice, smooth cinematic shot. This is amazing for those that maybe have a situation where they have to film solo. This just makes it that much easier. We did have a little bit of a problems with AI tracking when we did too fast motions and we relied too much on it. And we had some situations where it didn't work the way we thought it's gonna be, but if your expectations are a little bit more realistic than ours, then the AI tracking is pretty nice to have. But keep in mind that camera has a more of a wide angle lens, so you do have to remember that putting a too big of a focal length can be a little bit different than the wide angle lens that it has, and be a little bit different to what you see on the camera and the wide angle lens of the AI camera. Another cool feature is that there is actually an RGB light in here. Essentially, you can light up your subject or object thanks to this light. It can work as a nice extra light or actually change to different RGB colors. So it's really nice for added lighting dimension. As a gimbal itself, it works amazing. It's super smooth, really reliable, and you can really easily get those nice cinematic shots that you just cannot get handheld. And I can definitely see myself doing more product shots or shots that I know that I cannot get handheld with this gimbal, because as just straight up gimbal, it works amazing. And you can get really nice smooth shots with it. Overall, the features that it has for its size and weight is pretty nice. So if you're someone that is looking for a gimbal that can maintain a full frame camera, a smartphone, an action camera, has a really good smooth motors, and also has AI tracking and a built-in RGB light, then the Hohem MT3 Pro might be your best bet. It's super lightweight, works great, and is built really nicely. With that being said, if you have any more questions about the Hohem MT3 Pro, let me know in the comment section down below. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you guys enjoyed this video once again, and I'll see you next time.